What's up, everybody? So we're back on the shop, and in this episode I wanted to go ahead and go over this real quick. Now, I wasn't planning on doing a video about this just yet, but I have a post that I did on Facebook that has gone about as viral as a Facebook post can go. I mean, it's had over 200,000 people look at it. So I want to go ahead and do a walk around of the power hammer that Steve Jennings made that he dropped off a couple of days ago, and show y'all a little bit about it, kind of give y'all a little bit of measurements and things like that, and tell you what's what. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So what I'm going to try and do here is give y'all a rundown from pretty much starting here, working all the way around, and showing you what's what, and then we're going to get into actually using it so that you can see how it works in motion. So right off the bat, on the very top, we've got an old Ford leaf spring. Right there. Of course, it pivots on these two bearings that are right here. This was made by Steve here, the little assembly. That is sitting on a 6x6 square tube that goes down to the two I-beams at the bottom. Then there is a 2" by 5" beam here. And then attached to that is a spring that actually keeps the motor lifted up. Now the cool thing is the green spring and the green foot pedal are off of John Deere tractors. Now, like I said, this holds this up. This is actually mounted to a plate on the bottom here. And then it's hinged off this 4x4 tube that's right here. So what this do is raise and lower the tension that is on the belt over here, which you'll see in just a second. So like I said, it's on two I-beams right here, and then it has a shaft that comes up. It's got the lower die, and then of course the 30-pound hammerhead. There's grease certs in this tube that's right here that it goes up and down in. And then the motor is a 1-horse motor that runs off 110 power that has a small wheel and a big wheel. What's nice is whenever this is set up to just run and idle, the wheel just kind of free slips, and as you put pressure on this, it puts more tension on the belt, and the more tension that's on the belt, the faster the hammerhead goes. So you have the wheel that's back here, and then on the other side you have one that has an offset attachment to it that goes up to the back of the leaf spring. And what happens is when this wheel that comes down to the bottom, it pulls this back piece down, which pulls the hammerhead up, and then as soon as it rotates just enough, it smacks the 30-pound hammer down. So y'all are going to see that in motion here in just a second. So I've got y'all backed off a little bit so that you can actually see the full machine in motion when we start. And then I'm going to end up pulling you in so you can see it up close. Now, what we're going to be doing is forging on some aluminum bar stock that I have right here. This is going to kind of recreate what it would be like if I had a piece of heated up steel. Now, typically what would happen is, of course, I would throw some steel in the forge, and we would forge out something like a big knife or something like that. But for this demonstration, I just want y'all to see it in motion because a lot of y'all have wanted to actually see what this thing really does. So we're going to turn it on, and what's going to happen is the little foot lever down here, like I said, is going to change the speed and actually let me hold it up a little bit. You'll see that when we start going. All we got to do is flip it on, raise it up just a little bit, go in here. started forging it out. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull y'all in close. And here's a shot of the back section while it's working. And then here's a shot of the other side while it's in motion. So hopefully that gives you a good idea of what the power hammer does and the benefits of it versus, of course, if I'm sitting here using a anvil and a hammer. I do that a lot. It takes a lot of time. The fact that you can do stuff like this right here and really thin out steel or make it wider. Of course, I did it to both sides, just messing around. Very, very, very useful tool. Steve Jennings, again, is the one that made this and brought it here from Kansas. Really appreciate him for doing that. It's an absolute beast of a hammer. I love it. It's going to make my life a lot easier with doing this. And of course, hopefully this helps a lot of people out who are wondering what it does, what it is, how it works, and a little bit of details about it. Now, I do plan on doing a whole forging session with it for an upcoming video. So you're gonna see it in action again. But for this, I wanted to be able to show the people who had a lot of questions about it for the Facebook post that I did. Hopefully this answered some of those. Guys, if you haven't yet, you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I do a lot of stuff. It's really fun. We make a lot of cool knives. So make sure you give it a subscribe, give it a like, all those things. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all stay safe out there, and I'll catch y'all next time.